Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another presentation of our 1983 Seaver replay using Stratomatic, super advanced. And this is going to be I believe this is a July 1st game. And I fell one day behind in my plan. I planned to finish this up on a Tuesday. I think it may take me an extra day. Um, and yesterday and today I was not able to play. So actually that throws me off by 2 days. So let's see if I can make that up tonight and tomorrow. For the Mets, the lineup, we are in Philadelphia. And for the Mets, it's going to be Bob Baylor playing second base and Hubie Brooks batting second and third base. Batting third is Keith Hernandez. He joined the Mets recently in a trade that sent Neil Allen over to St. Louis. And then eventually, I think Ombe goes as well. He's the player to be named later, I believe. Foster's the cleanup batter in left field, and right field is the young 21-year-old rookie Darryl Strawberry, has a promising future ahead of him. Danny Heath, the center fielder, batting seventh or sixth. Batting seventh is Ron Hodges, the left-hand hitting catcher. Jose Oquendo, batting eighth at shortstop, and batting ninth is Tom Terrific. We're right about to get started. It's John Denny on the mound. John Denny in the replay, I'll tell you how he's doing. In the replay, John Denny has 7 wins and 7 losses, an ERA of 3, 16 games started, 108 innings pitched. And that's about it. So we are almost at the halfway point of the season. So any stats, and I'll talk about Seaver stats in a couple minutes when he comes on to come on to pitch. So let's get started. I don't want to waste too much time while I have dinner. And it's going to be John Denny facing Bob Baylor. Here goes. Oh, wait, that's not the right number kind of dice here. We can do this. There we go. Those are the dice we want. 2 reds and a white. It's going to be a 6 is going to be off the pitcher, and Baylor bats righty. So it's a 6-10, and that's a catcher X rating. And the catcher, Diaz is behind. Did I say? Okay, right. This is the Diaz for the Cardinals, excuse me, because the Mets also have a Diaz, and that threw me off. All right, so Diaz behind the plate, Bo Diaz, and he is an E7. So let's see what that turns into. That is a 13, E7 13, and let's see if this will end up being a hit. Let's see if he'll get to it. It's a 17. Catcher, damn, I think that's a 2. It's a catcher 217, a G2, so I believe it's like a little grounder, a little nubber in front of the plate. Jeez. And let's advance to the results. Batter, yeah, batter is a little nubber in front of the plate, out from behind the plate. Diaz on it and fires the first, and in time for the first out. It's going to be a 2-3 ground out. 1 away. A little bit quiet here in the stadium, and that's unusual. It's a little bit like a cemetery, so we've got to change that for sure. Let's get a little crowd excitement going. We'll have that going up in no time. And it's Huey Brooks, John Denny. The old classic 1983 cards. I protect these, and most of them at least, the ones I use every day. Here's the pitch from Denny to Brooks, and that's off of Brooks. Denny's a righty, so it's a 2-8, and that is a strikeout. So Brooks swings and misses and heads back to the bench with the bat on his shoulder. And now it's Keith Hernandez, left-handed hitter. Pitch from Denny. And that's a 2-5 and a fly ball. Can of corn for Denier in center field. Drifts over, settles under it, squeezes it for the out, and that retires the side, just like that. 3 up and 3 down for John Denny. Now, John Denny, in actuality, it was 19-6 with a 2.37 ERA. And here he comes. Tom Seaver, the future Hall of Famer. And the lineup for the Phillies is going to be Dernier leading off in center field. P. Rose batting second at first base. Batting third is Von Hayes, the right fielder. Batting cleanup is the Mike Schmidt, another future Hall of Famer. Bo Diaz batting fifth, the catcher. Batting sixth is Greg Gross, the left fielder. Kiko Garcia at second base, batting seventh. Batting eighth is Ivan De Jesus, the shortstop. And batting ninth is John Denny. Let's get started. And let me look a little bit. Let me give you some stats on Seaver, and I'll give you kind of a do you wish to visit them? No. All right, so let's Seaver. 7 wins and 5 losses. He's doing much better than he did in actuality, because in actuality he only had 9 wins. So at the halfway point, he's pretty much is improved greatly in terms of the win-loss. That's something I don't think you can ever control. Moving on to game started, he has about half of his game started. He has 100 innings pitched. He's a little bit below where he should be. A little bit, not too much. He's got 100 innings pitched. So he had 231 total, so we're going to have to kick that up a notch. And the ERA, let's see, the ERA is, where is that? 271 versus 355, so he's about 80 points below. Let's get started. Here's the pitch from Tom Seaver, and this is a blast being able to kind of relive Tom Seaver with the Mets, coming back with the Mets. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Hey there, RJL's in the house, Steve Smith's in the house. Working late every night and just sit and listen. Yes, I do the same thing. RJL, I couldn't find your Yankees. The one I was looking for, I couldn't find it. See if you can share it with me, because I want to listen to it after I'm done with this. All right, that's going to be a 3-5er. That's going to be off of Dernier. And a 3-5 is going to be a little ground ball and through the left side. Foster plays it, gets it into Oquendo, and you have Bob Dernier, who is a base threat, a base stealing threat for sure. He's on at first. Hodges is a +1. Let's look and see what we need. We need a 2-6. A 2 to a 6, and we get a 9, so he's not going. And Pete Rose. We're going to try to hit and run with Pete Rose. And Pete Rose is a B hit and run. And a B right here, we rolled a 6, and that is going to be a ground ball second base. There's going to be one play for Baylor, and that's the first. So that's going to move the runner at first base, puts him in scoring position, exactly how the hit and run is supposed to work. That's all really it's supposed to do. Make sure you stay out of the double play. So batter's out. Runner goes on second. 4-3. And we're using the Stratomatic PC game. I think they have a big sale, 25% off on PC seasons. It's a little bit clunky, but hey, there's not a lot of alternatives out there. Replay Baseball is probably the best one, but they don't have all the 80s. They're missing a lot of the 80s. They have like 1 or 2 80s. Von Hayes, left-handed hitter, against Tom Terrific with Dernier at second base. He's in scoring position. No score, bottom of the first. And that is a 3. It's going to be off the batter. A 3-5er, and that's a fly ball, shallow center field. Racing in his heap, and he gets there, makes the catch. Dernier quickly back to second base. Ventured off, perhaps a little bit too far, but quickly scoots back. All right, here's Mike Schmidt, power hitting third baseman. He's a 1 on this, on the defensive ratings for 83. I wonder what he is. You know what? Let's check what he is for Joe at. Let's see if we can find it. The Astrodome, Wrigley Field, Riverfront. Let's see. Shea Stadium, Dodger Stadium. I don't seem to have it within reach from what I see. Wrigley Field, Three Rivers, Jack. Don't have it here. I have Atlanta. I have San Francisco. I do not have it within reach that I can find it. That's kind of weird. Houston, Dodgers, Yankees. Let's see. Wow, no, that's not there. All right. So I do not have. Oh, wait. Is that it? Ah, here it is. Found it. 1983 Veterans Stadium. Let's see what he gets with payoff pitch. This is the next replay that I'll be doing. We'll be playing. So he's a C range, which is kind of average range, a C3 average error, average range. And that's what happens to a lot of these players. That's why I'm using the cards. I can write on that. If I want to change it, I can change it. I don't know if in 1983 he's. I think he's still in his prime, pretty much. So Mike Schmidt, runner at second base. There's 2 outs, and Tom Seaver looks in for the sign, sets and deals, and again that's going to be off the batter. It's a 3 and a 4, and that's a fly ball lined into the corner, and Foster after it, and he runs it down, and that retires the side. Fly ball, left field, F7, and we go to the Mets. And Foster, George Foster's coming up. 1977 had a season to be remembered. George Foster, 52 home runs, big number of RBIs, great batting average, did it all. And that's a 4, so that's going to be off your pitcher. A 4-3, a fly ball, right field X. The right fielder's an E9. And let's what happens. 16, 11, and that may be an error. It's going to be a 17, an E9. No, it just gets between the 16 and the 7 and the 18. The 17. So yeah, so no error on the E9. And let's see if he just makes the play. And he is a 4 out there. Not very good. 18, and he does fly ball, and he gets under it, makes the catch, 1 away. Von Hayes with a 4 range, not very good. George Foster flies out for out number 1. Here comes Darryl Strawberry. Let's see. A little bit quiet. There we go. Darryl Strawberry to the plate. He steps in. He bats from the left side. His stats, let's take a quick peek at those. He's batting 250. In reality, batted 257. Got off to a fast start in the home run department, has 7 already, totally at 15. Darryl Strawberry, here's a pitch, and that's a 1-7, and that is a strikeout. So Strawberry swings and misses on the Denny slider in the dirt. 2 away, and it's Danny Heap, the left-handed hitting center fielder. And that is off Heap, and it's a 7. That's ball 4, so Heap manages to trots down to first base on a base on balls. So 2 outs. The Mets have a base runner. We're going to try to get that lead. And let's do that. We need a 2-5, and we don't get it. Ronnie Hodges. And that is a 1-10, and that's line drive, base hit right field, frozen rope, cut off by Hayes. Heap is going to hold at second base. He is in scoring position already. I don't want to run the risk of having him thrown out and losing a base a runner in scoring position with 2 outs, because with 2 outs, he should score from second base regardless. Houston at ATL. Okay. I was looking at, Yankees road tomorrow night. I was looking for Yankees Houston. I got all mixed up. All right. So Jose Oquendo, 2 out, runners on first and second. Here's a pitch, and that's a 1-7. That is going to be off the batter, and that's a strikeout. Swings and misses at a pitch out of the strike zone, and Oquendo goes down swinging. That retires the side. We move on to the top of the second inning. I'd like to see some 3 up, 3 down innings here to kind of get this game moving. And it's going to be Bo Diaz. Steps to the plate. Right-hand hitting catcher. And that is a 4 and an 8 versus a righty. That's going to be a split die. And that's going to be lined base hit left center field. Heap and Foster. Foster over to Oquendo, and that keeps Bo Diaz at first. So Foster hustling over, cut it off. And back to first is Bo Diaz with a leadoff single. Next is Greg Gross. The pitch to Gross. He's a left-hand hitting outfielder at 210, and that is going to be a little ground ball up the middle, and it squirts through past Oquendo into center field. Diaz, big turn, and it's going to scoot to third base. That's going to put runners on the corners. But bottom of the second, and the Phils have something going. Kiko Garcia. Mets with no out are going to keep the infield back. They're conceding a run if they can get a double play. Let's see what happens. See if it works for them. And that's a 2-6, and that is line base hit. Garcia, center field, falls in front of Heap. Scoring easily is Diaz, and Gross headed to third base, first and third. So Seaver's allowed 3 consecutive base hits to start the bottom of the second. Again, the Mets are playing the infield back, hoping for that double play. They're willing to concede a run. But Ivan De Jesus, and that's a 1-4, and that is going to be a split die. That's going to be trouble, folks. That's into the corner, and that's going to fall in there. And that's going to be, Gross is going to score. Garcia, they're waving Garcia around, and big turnaround second is De Jesus. Foster after it off the wall, and the throw to third, not in time. And De Jesus with a bases clearing, no out triple. And now the Mets are going to bring the infield in. Mets are down 3-0. Pitcher, Denny. Wow. And that's a 3-6, and that is a ground ball A. Let's see, that's here in this chart. That's a ground ball A with the infield in right there. Runner on third. So 1 batter out, runner's hold. So Oquendo looks to Jesus, back to third, over to first. And that's 1 away. Finally, first out in the bottom of the second after 4 consecutive hits, 3 singles, and a triple. And it's Bob Denier with the infield in. And that's a 5. Finally, Seaver gets something. A 5 and a 9er, and this is a fly ball center field, and that's going to be deep enough to score De Jesus. And he makes the catch. Here comes De Jesus, throws cut off. And that's a sac fly. It's 4-0 Phillies in the bottom of the second. Pete Rose with 2 outs now. It's going to be off Seaver. Pete Rose batting from the left, switch hitter batting from the left side. 6-3, and that's grounded to the first baseman, Hernandez. Hernandez makes a nice backhand, and he's going to race Rose. He's going to race Rose to the bag, and it's Hernandez just beats him there. Head first slide by Rose. Rose is not aware that sliding in first base actually slows you down. And that retires the side, but not before the Phillies pick up 4 runs on 4 hits. They lead at 4-0. All right, John Denny. Tom Seaver's up. And that's a 3-11, and that's a fly ball. Can of corn for Denier in center field. Drifts over. 1 away. Bob Baylor. Yeah, that's a 3 and a 7. That's going to be a little ground ball. Does the shortstop get to it? Yes, he does. Nice play by De Jesus. Fires the first, throws in the dirt, scooped out by Rose. 2 down. UB Brooks next with 2 outs. Top of the third. And that's a 2 and an 8, and that's a strikeout, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits. 3 up, 3 down. Tom Seaver facing Von Hayes. Here's the pitch to Hayes, and that's a 5-4. Hayes batting from the left side. It's a fly ball, center field X. Our center fielder's a 2. It's a 9. And it's a 9-3-4. It's we're rolling 9. Oh wait, he's a 2, no. And then we're going to roll and see if he catches up to it. And it looks like he is a 4 in center field at 13. And he's on the run. This is a gapper. Heap on the run and runs it down. So Heap got a good jump on that ball. Out number 1. Danny Heap playing center field. Not a place. Usually it's Mookie Wilson out there. One away. Top, bottom of the 3rd. Mike Schmidt. 4-0. And that's a 4-7 strike 3 on Schmidt. Swings and misses at a high fastball. Seaver still has got some heat in that arm. 2-way. And Diaz. And it's a 1-7. That's a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for Seaver. Reached back for a little extra. And blew it by Diaz for the 3rd out. Excuse me. It's John Denny. Just woke up by a little while ago. And it's Keith Hernandez with a force 4, and that's going to be a fly ball center field X. It's an E5. And if you range, it's E5. And it's a 13. And nope. Now I'm going to do the range section. That's a fly ball center field. Dernier's a 2 out there, and that's a ball that he runs down in the gap. So Hernandez drives it. This one in the right center field gap, and Dernier runs it down a few feet from the warning track. Gave it a ride. So consider that a line out to center field, and Hernandez has been hitting the ball well since joining the Mets, and before that came with a 370 batting average. 1 out. George Foster. Pitch from Denny. And it's a 2-6, and that is going to be grounded to the 3rd baseman. Schmidt backhanded. Long throw to first. Nice play. Nice stretch by Rose. Nice throw by Schmidt. 2-way. Top of the 4th. 4-0 Phils. Up comes Darryl Strawberry, the rookie. That's a 1-7, and that is a strikeout. Strawberry swings through it, and that retires the side. Greg Gross. Tom Seaver versus Greg Gross, left-hander. It's going to be a 6-6, and that's grounded to shortstop, Oquendo, 34. Holy smokes. E34 for Oquendo, committed a lot of errors. And what do we roll? We rolled a 10. And no. See if you can get to that ball. Little ground ball to the shortstop side. And Oquendo, he's a 2. He's going to get to that easily. Scoops it, fires the first one away. So Gross grounds out, and that 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Next is Kiko Garcia. And again, off Seaver. Kiko Garcia is a righty at 5'8", and that's going to be a fly to center. He drifts over, settles under it, squeezes it for the out. For out number 2 now. 2 down, and Evante Jesus. Pitch from Seaver. And it's a 3-6. It's going to be a fly again to center field. Heap over. Makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down for Terrific. But Terrific's down by 4 runs, and it's going to be a struggle to get those 4 runs back. The Mets don't have much of an offense, to be honest with you. Danny Heat. And that's a 5 and an 8. against a lefty. That's going to be a little ground ball. Shortstop X. So again, we're going to the X. The X is 25. 25 is, we rolled a 12, and so there's no error there. Let's see if it's a range play that he can get to. He is a 2-11, and that's a ball that's grounded up the middle, and DeJesus, after it gets to it, spins, though, to first, and in time to get heat for the first out. 6-3. If you're scoring at home, and you should be, and I will be checking, we'll be knocking on your door to make sure you're scoring my game. Ronnie Hodges. And that's a 2-2. It's going to be off Hodges, 2-2. And that's a little chopper to the second baseman Garcia. Waits back, now charges. Sidearms it to first. 4-3, 2 down. We are in the top of the fifth. It's 4-0 Phillies. And it's Jose Oquendo. And it's a 2-8 this time. And that's lined and caught by Schmidt. Nice leap by Schmidt. Quick reflexes. And that's a third out. A line out off the bat of Oquendo. Hit it on the screws. But the quick reflexes by Schmidt at third base turned it into an out. We go to the bottom of the fifth. So we started to move along a little bit. It's going to be Denny leading it off. Pitcher hitting card 2 off the bat of Denny. Off the pitching card of Denny. That's going to be a 4, so that's off Seaver. Denny's a right-handed hitter. So a 4-5er, and that's a strikeout. So he gets Denny easily. Flails at a fastball thrown right down the middle. No chance for Denny. Bob Dernier. And that's he's a righty, so that's a 5-7. That's a strikeout. So curveball gets Dernier. Swings and misses at a curveball that fell off the table. And it's Pete Rose now with 2 outs. 5-11, fly ball, right field X. Right fielder is an E6. And we have a 7. And there's nothing there. Range section. Wrong. It's a 3. Uh-oh. And that's going to drop in there. So Strawberry misplayed a fly ball, and it's going to go for a double around first, hustling for second. Strawberry picks it up, fires to second base, and not in time. Rose slides in under the tag. Head first slide by Pete Rose. Avoids the tag. It's a 2-out double. A ball that perhaps a more experienced outfielder would have gotten to. It's a range double off the bat of Pete Rose with 2 outs. Here comes Von Hayes. Pitch from Seaver. And that's a 1-9er, and that's a fly ball, right field. Strawberry backpedaling on the track, makes the catch, and that retires the side. Von Hayes gave it a ride, but didn't have the carry. And we go to the top of the 6th inning. Let's see. Tom Seaver, Tom Terrific. What did I say? Top of the 6th? 4-0. Oh, boy. Do I feel like getting into the whole pinch hitting thing? 4-0. Yeah, I'm going to have to. All right, so we're going to get into the pinch hitting thing. Let's see. And again, we're going to need a lefty. Let's see who we got on the bench. That's not how you do it. Visiting team, the bench, a lefty. We got Rusty Staub, which we're not going to use in this situation. We're going to use Wilson. I don't know that we can use Wilson. I'm not sure if he's available. I'm not totally sure. So we're going to use a pinch hitter. We're going to use Tucker Ashford. It's a step. It's an improvement over Tom Terrific. All right, so I can't track my. I don't have all my cards here for some reason. Don't know what I did with them. This is commonplace for me, not being able to track my Stratomatic cards. I take constantly. I take pictures of my table. It's filled with all different cards from all different brands. So sometimes things fall under something else. Make sure they're not on the floor. No, don't have anything on the floor. Don't have anything there. Don't have anything there. Oh, you know what? Wait a second. I'm not sure the last team I played. Let's see if they got stuck in with the last team I played. Mel Hall, Ronce, sometimes that happens. No, they're not with the Cubs. Let's see if they're with the Expos. Maybe with the Expos, never know. They're not with the Expos either, from what I see. No, not with the Expos either. Oh, wait a second. I see something here. No, that's not it. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm searching around for the guys I need to pinch hit. And you know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to pull them up. I'm going to have to pull up his card just like that. Problem solved. There's always a solution to every problem. I'm going to go to the card designer, card creator, if you will. And I'm going to put in there, who do we want? We want Ashford, Tucker Ashford, to pinch hit. I'm surprised they're not in here. This is where they should be. And I don't have that set of cards. Huh. All right. So search Ashford. Tucker Ashford, there he is, 83. And I got his card right here. Let's see. Okay. Just in case, it may not even come up his card. So Ashford is batting here in the top of the sixth for Seaver. And we don't need Tucker Ashford's card. All that for nothing, right? Okay, so it's going to be a 5 off Denny. And Ashford's a righty. And that is a 5-6, a ground ball, second base. Garcia is a 29 at second base. So a 29 error rating. And we roll a 9er, 29, 9er, we get it. So let's see if the little ground ball, and it's going to get past Garcia into right center field. Garcia is a 2, and that's a 2. So it's a single for, pinch hit single for Tucker Ashford. A seeing eye single. The ball was at the right place at the right time for Tucker Ashford. So he leads off with a base knock, and he stands at first base. Mets are down by 4 runs, and it's Bobby Baylor. Here's the pitch. And it's a 5. That's going to be off of Denny. 5-4, fly ball, center field X, another X. And it's E5 for Denier in center field. And that's a 13, E5, 13. Nope. So it's a fly ball center field. Let's see if Denier can get to it. He is a 2 out there, and he does run it down for out number 1. My dinner's coming up after this. Well, I got salad with lots of assortment of different items in it, just a mix of salad, and so I'm going to have for dinner. UB Brooks, looking forward to that. I like to have a nice late dinner so I don't get hungry. And I'll probably watch a movie, search around for a horror movie. I like those. Huey Brooks, John Denny versus Huey Brooks, runner on first base. Ashford is not a guy, and we're not stealing 4 runs down. Top of the 6th. Mets are down 4-0. That's a 1-5. That's going to be off Brooks. A 1-5 is a hard hit ground ball at Schmidt. He's going to go to second for 1, back to first, 5-4-3, double play, and that, my friends, retires the side. So just like that, The Mets are retired. And we go to the bottom of the sixth. It's going to be a new pitcher for the Mets. Let's see who we have. We have Doug Sisk. Let's see if Doug Sisk is the right man for the job. We're going to have, I believe it's Schmidt batting. Righties, a couple of righties are coming up. So let's bring in Sisk. We do have him. Weird that we don't have the cards I created. We have everybody else though. It's kind of weird. Oh, we're missing. We have. It's strange. Kind of look for that. Okay, so it's going to be. Oh, let's do that again. Sisk comes into the 9th spot, and it's Mike Schmidt. Here goes. Doug Sisk versus Mike Schmidt. Here in the bottom of the 6th, it's 4-0 Phillies. That's a 1-7, and that is a strikeout. So Sisk strikes out Schmidt for the first out. I think it's a sinker he threw, right? I think it was a sinker. I have a book that tells you all the pitches that the pitchers pitched, all the pitches that they had. I think that's pretty cool. I'm going to get that out. It's 3-8, and that's going to be off Diaz. And that is a ground ball at the third baseman, Brooks. He scoops it. Long throw to first, and in time, 2 away. 2 quick outs for Doug Sisk, which is nice to see. Don't really want any more scoring in this game, unless it's the Mets scoring and coming back. Mets are down 4-0. We are in the bottom of the 6th here in Philadelphia. Veterans Stadium. Next is the lefty, Greg Gross. And that's going to be off of Sisk. It's a 6-6, and it's a little ground ball through the left side. And, oh, nice play by Oquendo in the hole. Back on his feet, throw to first. Scooped out by Hernandez, and that retires the side. So Oquendo dove for that ball in the hole. Looked like it was going to get through. Got up quickly, fired to first, and made a great play. He's got some kind of an arm, that Oquendo. Pretty good range. Just can be a little erratic on his throws at times. Hence a lot of the errors. All right, so Sisk with 3 up and 3 down. Here comes Denny. He's going to face Hernandez in the top of the 7th. And let's go back at the crowd excited again. And that's going to be a 6. That's going to be off Denny against a lefty. A 6-7. That's line. Base hit right field. Frozen rope off the bat of Keith Hernandez, looking like the Keith Hernandez of old. The 1979 MVP Keith Hernandez, who won the batting title with a .343 average. Tri-Fan is in the house. It's always good to see Tri-Fan. Who else is here? D. Smith is here. All right. RJL is here. George Foster's up. Top of the 7th. Keith Hernandez on at first base. 4-0 Phillies. Can the Mets come back? That's the question. So that's a 3-3. That's a deep drive off the bat of Foster. Gross goes back to the track, to the wall, looks up. That's out of here. 2-run shot off the bat of George Foster. Cuts the lead in half, 4-2. And Foster rounds the bases. Stepping into the plate, or into the box, up to the plate, is Darryl Strawberry. So Denny, I know, wishes he had that pitch back. Not happy with that. It's a hanger. Catcher wanted it down and away, and that just hung in the middle of the plate, and Foster leaned into it, drove it deep into the seats in left center field. There was nothing Gross and Denier could do but look up and say, adios, amigo. Darryl Strawberry. 4-2 here in the top of the 7th. That's a 6. That's going to be off of Denny. A 6-10. And that's a little ground ball, third base. Can Schmidt handle it? That is the question. Schmidt's an E21. E21. And that's a 10. He will handle it. Perhaps. Will he get to it is a question now, because he is a 1 and a 12. He gets to it in the hole. Throw to first and in time to get Strawberry for out number 1. Heap is up. Danny Heap. Danny Heap is 0 for 1 with a walk. And it's a 1-6 is going to be off Heap. And this is a potential hit. Ground ball to second base. And that passes Garcia. Garcia waves at it. Cut off by Dernier. It's a 1-out single. Rolled really low on that. That's really good. It was a split die somewhere. It was a 6 originally. And it's Ron Hodges with Heap on at first base. Now, I definitely am aggressive on these. And behind the plate, what do we got there? Let's take a look at who do we have behind the plate. It's Bo Diaz. I don't know what Bo Diaz is doing back there. Let's see. He's a he's a 0 arm. So we're going to try to get a jump. And a 5. We may get a jump. And there goes Heap. There goes Heap, the throw down, and he is safe. So Danny Heap steals second base, just like that. I don't play games. When I'm down by a run or two, I'm running. If I get thrown out, I get thrown out. But if I get the jump, I'm going. Ronnie Hodges. There's a pitch to Hodges. That's a 5. A 5-3 fly ball, right field X, E9. So we're looking here, E9, and we're looking for 16, 11, a 3. Oh, that's a 14. And that doesn't, let's see if he can get to the ball now. Oh, he does not get to the ball. That drops in there. So who was that on? I forgot. I believe he was at E9. It was right field, Hayes. That's going to fall in there. And scoring easily is Heap. And trying for 3 is Hodges. Here's a relay to third, and Hodges is out. No, he's safe. Schmidt dropped the ball. Ball came out of Schmidt's glove, and Hodges with a triple, a 1-out triple, puts the tying run at third base. Holy smokes, you would have never figured that. All right, that's exciting. 4-3, and up comes Jose Oquendo. So that's a triple for Hodges. Holy smokes. That's pretty funny. We did roll a 1. So I don't know if Hodges hit any triples. I think it does say it on his card, though. Useless information. No. Oh, yeah, it does. And he hit no triples, no home runs. So he does hit a triple in our game. Good for him. All right. So Oquendo now at the plate. He's 0 for 2. And Denny, they're going to still stick with Denny. He's given up 3 runs here in the top of the 7th. And you know what? We may pull Denny. Let's see. Let's see what we got in the bullpen. Let's see what we got in the bullpen. Let's take a look here. A look-see. Hey, Hogatina. Des Vidala. That he is for this man is from Brazil, I believe. Because that is a Portuguese name, derived name. Indians will chance the name. I like the Indian logo. Indian logo is a hilarious, cartoonish logo. Had to get rid of Chief Wahoo. Okay, that is in the news. It's big news. I should comment on it. It is part and parcel of the theater, the Britain circus that is provided to the masses to make, produce an appearance of something actually being done about what is at core issue, and that's systemic racism. Our institutions, all of them, okay, are racist to one degree or another, particularly the police state, okay, that's meant to, that basically we lead the world, the land of the free leads the world, you know, in incarceration. We have 25% of the people in jail, yet we have 5% of the world's population. So when you talk to me about Wahoo, the reason I don't even comment on it, because I think it's a joke. I think it's just, you know, you're putting lipstick on a pig. Okay, you're doing something on the surface to make it seem like, oh, we're really, you know, about justice and equality. But the changes we need to see are systemic changes, right? Those are the changes we need to see, and changing Wahoo, you know, is not gonna give, you know, the people, the inner city urban poor opportunities. Okay, it's not going to lift the minimum wage. It's not going to offer people hope, you know, through education, through serious investment in education. It's not going to do that. Wahoo's not going to do that, and that's really what it's all about. So that's my extreme view on that. I usually don't talk politics on my channel. Anyway, let's move on. So we are looking. You know what? We're going to bring in Ron Reed. Ron Reed is going to come in. We may have to pull a double switch. Yep, we will have to pull a double switch. And it's going to be Matthews is going to go to the 9th spot. And Matthews is going to play left field. And it's going to be Reed going into the gross spot. Ronnie Reed coming in, be the new pitcher. And that is going to allow us to bring up or to bring in none other than Legrand Orange with the tying run at third base and 1 out here in the top of the 7th. So Gary Matthews is going to replace Greg Gross in left field. And up comes Legrand Orange, called on to face the right-hand Ronnie Reed. So he's going to replace Oquendo, and then we're going to do some maneuvers to fix that situation because Oquendo's going to be out. You know what? Yep, we're doing that because they could. Yep. So Sadv is coming up to replace Oquendo as the pinch hitter. I go back. My hand shook. All righty. So Legrand Orange steps to the plate, and I'll tell you a little bit about Legrand Orange, how he's doing for us in our replay. He's batting .311 in reality, batted .296, has 7 RBIs in reality had 28 RBIs. He had 3 home runs actual. He had 2 home runs, so maybe if he hits one here, the Mets will take a lead. Let's see what happens. So Ron Reed against Legrand Orange. And you know what? They're not going to walk him because they're not going to put the go-ahead run on base. So they're going to face Legrand Orange. Here's the pitch, and that is a 4. Unfortunately, that's going to be off the pitcher's card. And a 9, that's going to be lined base hit center field. And the Mets have tied the game with 4 runs here in the top of the 7th. Legrand Orange comes up huge, as usual. Rusty Staub, future Hall of Famer. A culinary master who loves his restaurants, loves to cook. Singles to center. Frozen rope off the bat of Rusty, and the Mets have tied the game with 4 runs in the top of the 7th. We're going to see a pinch runner for Rusty, and that is going to be now. Let's see if we can find a shortstop to run for him. Aha! Let's see. I know what we are going to bring in Dave Kingman to bat. So he's going to be Dave Kingman is going to be the pinch hitter for Sisk. So Sisk is out, and the pinch runner is going to be Brian Giles. And that's our problem solved. So everything's looking good now. Let's get Giles in here. Brian Giles is running for Rusty. Dave Kingman is coming to pinch hit. Now, after Hernandez joined the Mets in '83, you didn't see very much of Dave Kingman. And Giles is going to try to get a lead. 2-7, he gets a lead. And it's a niner, and he does get the lead. 2-7 and a 9, so he does get the lead. There goes Giles, and he is safe on a 2. I believe he can get a throwing error. And an 11, I don't know that. It's 1, 2, 3, I believe, is a throwing error. And I think off the top of my head, let's see what he is on the throwing error. Diaz is a 1-7, so there's no throwing error. Blocked by De Jesus. No, Garcia covering. But that's a stolen base for Giles. So the go-ahead run is at second base now here in the top of the 7th for the Mets. This is a long inning. Excuse me. Dave Kingman with only 1 out. They're going to walk Kingman, hoping to for the double play. Intentionally walk Kingman, sets up the double play. First and second. Bob Baylor steps to the plate. Here's a pitch to Baylor. Ron Reed sets and deals. And that's a 1-8. A 1-8 is a hard hit ground ball at De Jesus. He tossed it to Garcia, relay to first in time. The strategy works. And the Phillies are out of the inning, but the Mets come up huge. It's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. The Mets come up huge with 4 runs. In the top of the 7th to tie it all at 4 apiece. Great turn by the Phillies to end the inning. We go to halftime. We go to take me out to the ballpark time. 7th inning stretch time. And here comes Carlos Diaz. He'll be in the 9th spot. Left-hander. Giles will be playing second. And Baylor will be playing short. Mets have a horrible defense. Horrible defense. All right, so Carlos Diaz. He has a good card. Very good card. Had an ERA of 2. All tied here in the bottom of the 7th. Diaz the pitch to, we're going to get rid of these right now. I won't carry them anymore. Kiko Garcia leads off. And we'll see a pinch hitter for the pitcher, Reed. And that's a 3-10. And that's a strikeout. Garcia swings and misses. Garcia strikes out. Diaz strikes out Garcia. De Jesus is next. And then it's going to be, no pinch hitter because we pulled the double switch earlier. Okay, that works for us. All right, so here is De Jesus. That's a 3-7 off a lefty, and that's going to be a fly ball. Center field, left center field, Heap and Foster come together. Heap calls them off, makes the catch. 2 down. 4-4, bottom of the 7th. Gary Matthews, good power. And that's a 5. That's going to be off the pitcher. A 5-5, and that is ground ball, second base. Easy hop for Giles. Over to first, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. Ron Reed is going to be facing Huey Brooks. Here goes. Getting cranky, getting hungry. So 1 off the righty. 1 popped up right side. P. Rose in foul ground, back into fair ground, and squeeze it for the out. 1 away. Heading back to the bench is Brooks. Keith Hernandez is next. Keith Hernandez is 1 for 3. Scored a 1. It's a 1-6er, and this is pulled down the line. It's a right field corner. Will Hayes get to it? He does. Keeps it to a single. Big turn by Hernandez. Scoots back to first with a single. Hernandez will be trying to get a jump. Let's see if he can do that. And he's a 2, 4, and an 11. And, oh, we don't get it. George Foster, 2-run home run, 1 for 3 with a home run in the 7th inning. Here's the pitch from Reed, and that is a 4. That's going to be off Reed, a 4-8. It's a deep fly ball, left field. Matthews back to the track and makes the catch. So it stayed in the park. Got all of it, but not enough of it. Back to first is Hernandez. And it's Darryl Strawberry, left-hand hitting rookie, 21-year-old rookie. And that's a 5-8 strike 3 on Strawberry. Swings and misses at a high fastball. 2-way. And that retired the side. I thought that was that's 3 outs. Yep. Thank goodness I got my helper, my online helper. Carlos Diaz on the mound for the Mets against Dernier. He's going to be facing Dernier, Rose, and Hayes here in the bottom of the 8th. 4-4 games. And that is a 6 off Diaz, but he's a righty. A 6-5er, and that's going to be line base hit, right center field. Strawberry cuts it off. Dernier, a threat to steal. He's going to try to get a lead. A jump. Let's see if he does. 2-6. And a 10 does not get it. P. Rose, hit and run. And that's a 7. P. Rose is a B, hit and run. And a B hit and run on a 7 is a BMP, whatever that means. Batter misses pitch card for steal, or pick card for steal. This is pretty easy. Oh, Jesus. And oh, wait a second. -2. That's a -2. He's a stealing. He is a, oh no, we got to use his sec. He didn't have a lead, so that's a 15 we're using. He's out at second base. So Pete Rose swings and misses through a hit and run, and Dernier is thrown out. 2-4. Great throw by Hodges. So 1 away now. All right, Carlos Diaz winds and deals, and that's a 5. That's off Diaz against a righty, so it's going to be a 5-7. That's a strikeout. So P. Rose goes down, swinging here for out number 2, and it's Von Hayes. And it's a 2-5er. 2-5er is a ground ball ripped to second. Giles scoops it, sidearms it to first. That retires the side. 3 up. Well, I'm not going to say 3 up, 3 down. We go into the top of the 9th. It's all tied at 4. Ron Reed's still in there. Danny Heap leads it off. Top of the 9th. Tied at 4. And it's a 1-4, and that's ground ball, second base, Garcia. To his right, backhands it, throw to first, in time, gets Heat by half a step. 4-3 if you're scoring at home, and you should be. Ronnie Hodges. And Mr. Jogatina. He's a very positive person. I love that. Thanks for everybody. I like that. We got a lot of good channels out here, man. A lot of good guys. All right. I woke up today and I was hungry I was addicted. I needed my fix of some live baseball. So I said, well, there's nobody streaming, so I better get to streaming very quickly because I'm dying for some streaming. Ron Hodges leading it off here in the, well, not leading it off. There's 1 out so far. Ron Hodges steps to the plate. He's a lefty batter. He's had that triple that tied the game up and then scored the go-ahead run. That's going to be a 6-10, and that is going to be split die. Holy smoke. So Hodges gets a hole in one, drives it, and this is going to split the outfield. There's Hayes and Dernier after. It's going to roll to the wall. Hodges, big turnaround first, and the throw to second, not in time. So Hodges with a triple and now a double. And with 1 out, we are going to pinch run for Hodges. Yes, sir. We're pinch running for Hodges here. He is the go-ahead run. And who's going to pinch run? It's going to be Bradley. So Bradley's running for Hodges. Mark Bradley. And it's Giles who's up. Brian Giles. Here's the pitch to Giles. That's a 2-8 against a righty, and that is strike 3. And Giles down swinging. Something fell. I don't know what fell. Oh, okay, let's see. 2 away. So Brian Giles swings and misses at a ball that is clearly outside of the strike zone. Got fooled on that. And now it's the pitcher, Diaz. We're going to bring in a Junior Ortiz is going to pinch hit. Junior Ortiz for Diaz. All right, here goes. Runner at second base is Bradley. Here's the pitch. That's a 6. A 6 and a 10, and that is a deep drive in the gap. Oh, this is going to be trouble. And that's going to off the one hop off the wall. This is going to score Bradley. The Mets have taken a 5-4 lead. Big turnaround. First base. Ortiz is going to try for second. Here's the throw, and he is safe at second base with a double. A 2-out RBI clutch double by the pinch hitter, Junior Ortiz. He is the Mets' everyday catcher. And that brings up Bob Baylor, the shortstop, with a runner at second base. And that, unfortunately, my friends, is going to be it for Reed. Reed has overstayed his welcome. Weird smelling. I don't know. Just got a weird stinking here. I don't know what that is. Could be the cat. They got a cat in here as well. All right. So we're going to get a new pitcher. Never expected that from Ortiz. A double, a 2-out double. Gives the Mets a 5-4 lead in the top of the 9th. He stroked it between Matthews and Dernier, rolled to the wall. And the Phils are going to the bullpen. Against a righty, it's going to be Altamirano. And we're looking to make a change. Altamirano is going to we got a new catcher. It's going to be Ozzie Virgil. Ozzie Virgil is going to come in. So we got a double switch. Ozzie Virgil is going to come out to catch. And then it's going to be Altamirano, the pitcher. And I should have Altamirano. I hope I have him. I don't see that. I don't know if I'll have him for sure, but I should have him. I don't know. I don't think I have him. Well, that's not good. Ozzie Virgil is going to be in there, so I'm going to put him out. Altamirano, nope, don't have him. So I will have to create him very quickly. Very easy to do that, by the way. Okay. And we're going to go to and I'll show you how to do that. In Stratomatic, just create the card. Go back again. Altamirano. Porfi Altamirano. His 83 card. And there he is. And we're going to turn it over, and we got a card, just like that. And we're going to put it right here. So Altamirano comes in. And here goes, Bob Baylor. The runner at second base, Ortiz. Here's the pitch. And that's a 3. A 3-3. Altamirano is a righty. So 3-3's popped up, middle of the infield. De Jesus calling for it, settles under it, makes the catch, and that, my friends, retires the side. But the Mets pick up the go-ahead run on a double off of by the pinch hitter, Ortiz, right? Junior Ortiz. And the Mets lead it going to the bottom of the 9th, and Jesse Orozco is going to be the pitcher for the Mets here in the 9th inning. He is their standard, their closer, their typical closer, or their go-to closer, if you will. And Bradley's going to take over in left field. So we're going to put Bradley in left field. He's replacing Foster out there. He's a better fielder than Foster. Jesse Orozco, I'll tell you a little bit about Orozco right now. Orozco so far in our, got to put our catcher in as well. New catcher is going to be Junior Ortiz behind the plate now. So the catchers for the Mets have played the major role in today's comeback, offensive comeback here. 4 runs in the 7th, thanks to the triple by Hodges, and now a run in the 9th off the double by Junior Ortiz. And Jesse Orozco, I'm going to look at his stats. He's got 12 saves. In reality, at 17. Has a 3.61 ERA. In reality, at 1.47. So not pitching as well in terms of ERA as he should. So let's get Jesse Orozco into the game. And he's going to be facing Schmidt. All right, here goes. Mike Schmidt, bottom of the 9th, 5-4 Mets. 3 outs is all we need here. And that's going to be off of Orozco's card, a 4-9er. And that's going to be a ground ball second base X. He's E4. Giles is E4. Let's see. Let's see if we can find that. Here it is. No, Giles is E20, not E4. I don't know what I'm saying. E20. And that is a 10, E20. And let's see if we get to that ball, little ground ball, second base. Does he get to it? And I believe he will. We'll get to that. He's a 216, and that is a ball that he gets to. Over to first, 1 away. 1 up, 1 down, just like that. Okay, so somehow, for some reason, I screwed up in that last inning. I don't know what I did. Do I go back to that? Let's see. The last out was a pop-up. Let me go back real quick and fix something. When I pull that double switch, I double switched in the wrong spot. Wait a second. Okay, let me sub all those subs that I brought in. Let me undo those subs. Yeah, let me. There's a pop up, and this inning saw a ground ball to second base. Okay, so with Bob Baylor up. Wait a second. Altamirano's in there. Let me go back. Let me see if I can undo that. No, I can't undo. I would have to go back one more. Let me write this down. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me fix this quickly here. So there's a pop-up and a ground ball. There's a pop 6, and that was Baylor. And then a ground ball was 4-3 for Schmidt in the next inning. He led off. And I don't know what happened to me. I got messed up. So I just want to correct this because it doesn't make any sense what I did. And I guess because I was, all involved in the game. So I allow myself slack. And not cheating, it's just rearranging the batting order because I made a mistake. I misread the screen. So let's quickly look back here. Let's go back one more to the pinch hit. There it is. Okay. So Ortiz steps into the box, and this is when they're going to get they're going to bring in Altamirano. And Altamirano is going to go into Von Hayes' spot. That's where I should have put him, and I put him in the wrong spot. Right? So that's all I had to do there, really. And let's see. Altamirano comes in the pitcher spot. So I don't need a double switch. Ortiz, okay, and this is Ortiz going to hit the double. And he drives one in the left center field gap, and that's going to split the outfielders, bounce off the wall. RBI double, Mets go up. That was the replay of the top of the 9th inning. And then Bob Baylor pops it up to shortstop. De Jesus makes the catch. That retires the side. The Mets take a 5-4 lead. In comes Orozco. Bradley's going to go to left. Orozco is going to take over Foster's spot. And here's the pitch to, we still need a catcher position. Ortiz is going to take over catcher. We are in the bottom of the 9th. It's 5-4. The Mets have come back from 4 runs down with 4 in the top of the 7th and 1 in the top of the 9th. Primarily thanks to the catchers, both catchers, Ron Hodges with a triple and a double. And then later it was a pinch hit RBI double in the top of the 9th off of Junior Ortiz that put the Mets ahead 5-4. Mets 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. The Phillies 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. Schmidt grounds out second base. Giles scoops it up, fires the first in time. 1 away. That's 4-3 if you're scoring at home, and you should be, and I'll be checking. I will be knocking on your door in a short time to check that you're keeping score at home. And you will be sent to the pillory if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Bo Diaz, Jesse Orozco on the mound for the Mets. 1 away. Here's the pitch to Diaz. It's going to be off Orozco's card. A 5-11, and that's grounded. Again, a ground ball, second base X. And he's an E20. I'm going to have to find him somewhere here. E20. And 3, 13, 18, and 17. Oh, no, that's 6. And that's not going to do it. Let's see a little ground ball, second base. Let's see if it can get past Giles for a base hit. And it does not. Giles gets to it. Backhands. Throw to first and in time. 4-3. 2 away. Mets are 1 out away from this nice comeback. A nice game for the Mets here. This is July 1st. So hopefully I get a couple more games in tonight. I don't know that I will, but I'm going to try. I did sleep well. I woke up about 9. Haven't had dinner yet. I'm going to go have dinner now. If this game is over, I don't know. This game could take me into the 20th inning. It's going to be, what the heck? I don't know what the heck is going on here. Let me look at this. What is going on? That's really weird, dude. We're down to the last out. Let's jot down what else went on here. Wait a second. So it was Schmidt, and then it was a ground out, another 4-3, right, for out number 2. Okay. Makes absolutely no sense. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back another one. I got to go back again, guys. Undo. Undo again. Undo again into that inning, that one inning that screwed me up when Junior Ortiz comes in. I got to see what I did wrong here. Oh, wait a second. I see. Okay. Oh, I did need to double switch. I did need to double switch with the left fielder. So I needed to bring in Joe Lefevre. I don't want to bring in Joe Lefevre. I see what I did. Okay. First base. I see what I did. That's why I was having issues. I didn't do the right thing. All right. Perez can play first base. I have Lefevre, but he's a lefty. I don't want him batting. But I may have to have Lefevre bat against lefties. He had 18% against lefties, so he's going to come in. That's the. I could bring in Milbourne. I don't know that Milbourne can play the outfield. He's my righty. I got Virgil, who's a righty. And that's why I needed to bring in, no, but that's not going to work because Virgil's a catcher. The only thing I could do is bring in Perez, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to replace. So I'm going to replace, let's go back one more. All right, here goes, making all the changes again. Oh, wait a second. Okay, Giles strikes out in that inning. Remember that. And then this is where I made all my, oh, wait a second. The double was off read. Okay, the double's off read. And it's a 5-4 game, and this is against Baylor's when I make all the changes. Okay, I make all the changes against Baylor. That's where I screwed up. All right. So Altamirano comes in. He is going to go to the second spot, and we're going to get Perez in at the 6th hole. So Perez is in at first base. Pete Rose is going to get replaced. Morano. And now it's going to be Baylor pops up very quickly here. Pops up. And we need a catcher. Diaz is going to play catcher. Going into left field is Bradley, who ran for Hodges. He's going to go in left field. Orozco is going to come into the 4th spot. New pitcher, Jesse Orozco. And that's it. And then the first, Schmidt's going to bang one out to second base. Nice play by Giles. 4-3. And Bo Diaz does the same. We check for an error and we check for range. And again, back-to-back. 4-3. That's kind of weird. All right, and now it's Tony Perez. Woo! If you had to wade through that, man, you deserve a medal. But I had to do what's right. I had to get it right for the Phillies' sake, because at least they get a guy here. Double switches multiple times. It's important in the National League, and we're going to probably not see this anymore. I think they're going to go over to DH. They're going to go over to DH. All right, so it's 5-4. Bottom of the 9, 2 outs. Orozco is going to face Tony Perez, who got double switched in and replaced Pete Rose. A red for a red, if you will. They were teammates for a long time. All right, here's the pitch. And what we don't want against a lefty, what we don't want is a 6 on column 3. We don't want a 6 on column 3. It's going to be a split die. And against a righty, we don't want, that's it. And it's a 6, so that's going to be off of Orozco. A 6-7, and that is strike 3. Curveball gets Perez. Game over. The Mets win. The Mets win. 5-4 is the final out of Veterans Stadium. Perez swings and misses at a Orozco curveball. And let's look quickly at the box score and anything worth mentioning. So the Amazons with 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. The Cheesesteaks, or Phillies, 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. And let's see, for the Mets, Keith Hernandez had 2 hits, batting .374. Ron Hodges with 3 hits raised his average to .321, believe it or not. Ron Hodges batting .321. That is hilarious. 3 hits, including a double and a single and an RBI. And Tom Seaver went 5 innings, gave up 4 runs. His ERA ballooned to 2.92 from like a 270 or 260 that it was at. The win is going to go to Carlos Diaz, who's now 4-1. The save, the 13th save for Jesse Orozco. And the loss is going to go to Ron Reed, 3-2. He went 2 1/3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 earned run, and that was the the RBI double by Mets Ashford, Kingman. What was his name again? I totally I went blank there. I went blank because I'm looking at some stuff here. Still got a mess. So I put in Diaz as the catch. Instead of Ortiz, I put in Diaz into that game. And so anyway, this is CP Cards and Dice. And what can I tell you? That was a heck of a game. And I'm going to go back again. I believe I can go back into this game. Or I can't. I don't know if I can anymore. No, I don't think I can. So anyway, this is CP Cards and Dice. The Mets win it. Great game. 5-4 with 4 runs in the 7th and 1 run in the top of the 9th. And I hope you had your full of Mets, 83 Mets. CP Cards and Dice saying thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. It is a very happy day for our Mets, and I will try to get some dinner in me and relax a little bit, and then I will come back with some more baseball. Won't be streaming anymore tonight. We'll be playing quietly, alone. And, let me see. See if I can go here. No, everything is wiped out. No backtracking anymore. So no fixing stuff. Once you're out, you're out. And let's see if I can close that down. Nothing will respond to me at this point. Let me see. That's the wrong. Anyway, the CP Cards and Dice saying thanks, guys. Take care. Cards and Dice TV. Enjoy yourself and keep rolling. Bye-bye.